Hello everyone. Today I'm going to speak about access of disabled people to public buildings. Can you imagine yourself you are disabled and you can't achieve your goal because simply there is no ramp or accessible elevator? Every day, all over the world, disabled people have problems like this because there is not enough public buildings with easier and sufficient access. So how many times you have seen this picture in real life? In my own experience, I see such situation every day because my brother is disabled. I think that everybody knows that disabled people want to live normal life. They want to play football or just simply go to the entertainment center, but they can't. The question is why. As I mentioned before, not all public buildings have an easier access for disabled people. As I have researched, ramps and steps for wheelchairs must have slopes that are steeper than 120. How many times in our country you have seen ramps like this? If you know, it's already 80 degrees. Can you imagine how disabled people with wheelchair will go down or get higher? It's impossible. All over the world there is already 1 billion of disabled people. Just imagine 15% of the world is disabled. In Azerbaijan this number is 624,000. It's already 6% of our population, and just imagine that the biggest stadium in the world, Michigan Stadium, its capacity is 107,000. Like 6 stadiums of people in our country is disabled. As a Guardian columnist and the author of book Crippled, Austerity and Demonization of Disabled People, said, "It's not a wheelchair that makes my life disabled, it's buildings without ramps." Disabled people are not simply disabled by their bodies, but they are disabled by their community. It's not the use of wheelchairs that makes their life harder, it's the buildings with not available elevators, with not available parking places, with not available just simply ramps. The social aim of my speech is to integrate disabled people into society in order to make their life normal. To be active, a disabled person should be able to commute between home, work and other destinations. The technical aim of my speech is to provide a barrier-free environment for the independence, convenience and safety of all disabled people. As you know, to make access to public places easier for disabled people, in public places there must be accessible lifts, accessible toilets, accessible parking places and just simply ramps. Nowadays we must think about who can't live like us, who can just play football outside, who can't just easily move by themselves without wheelchairs. We must think about our future. Tomorrow we can also be disabled. Let's take immediate action. I would like to call everyone in this auditorium to sign a petition making all public buildings available for disabled people of our country, and let's make a barrier-free environment.